Hey, what's up, guys? How we doing? We're gonna be talking some prize picks, some better picks, some props that I'm on. Hopefully, sharing with you guys as many free VIP plays as I can on the stream today. The bumps have been absolutely insane. So, a lot of my plays aren't even gonna be available anymore. But the hope is to come on, give you guys some free content, give you guys some free picks, give you some props that I'm already locking in myself. Break down exactly why I like the props, and yeah, man, it'll be the same process that I use for all my plays. Hopefully, some of my exact plays, like I said, as much as I can, and I'll give you guys a 6-pick flex on Prize Picks, and then we'll do a 6-pick dynamic play on Betr Picks, guys. If you have not checked out Betr Picks, they are the sponsor of the stream today, guys. I would highly recommend you check them out. We've been crushing over on Betr all year, man. Over in the VIP, I absolutely love the product. There are no pushes, and the value is insane. And now they've added this new dynamic play option where you can get two legs wrong in a 6-pick, and you still profit money, which is absolutely insane. So if you're able to consistently hit 4 out of your 6 props, you're still going to be winning money. Not those big sweeps every time, but the value on that app is absolutely insane. So if you are in a state where Betr Picks is available, use my promo code KJKDFS, and they will give you a first entry sweat-free entry up to $250. So if you wanted to go ahead and use my promo code, and then I'll gladly give my top 2 props. Honestly, I don't know how many legs you have to play in order to be able to put up to that 250. I know you're capped to $50 on 6-pick dynamic plays because that's all I play because it's the optimal slip type. But just wanted to give them a shout out, man. Their platform's been very kind to me. I'm a big fan, and I want to be sharing with you guys some plays on it today here as well. Been sweeping over there very consistently, so hoping to keep that going today. Forgot to bring that up on the screen here. But yeah, you get the point. Obviously, when you're winning on a platform, you tend to like it, and it's been kind to us. Just had another sweep over there last night. None of these plays were available on Prize Picks. Is the other thing, guys. There's going to be so many props over there that aren't available on Prize Picks or are already bumped on Prize Picks. So it's just a great time to join. It's genuine. It's genuine advice. Like, I'm playing on it. I'm really enjoying it because winning is fun. So do they pay more than Prize Picks? Yeah, man. With the dynamic payout option on Prize Picks, you only get 0.5x of your money back. On Betr Picks, you're multiplying your money. Honestly, at the top of my head, I don't know, man. I'm drawing a blank, but I know I play $50, and anytime I get 4 to 6 right, I get $62.50 back. So I'm profiting money. And I should know off the top of my head, but I don't. But I will tell you right now. If you get 4 correct, you get 1.25x of your money. If you get 5 correct, you get 1.5x. So you won't double like Prize Picks. If you get 5 right, you get 1.5x. But on Prize Picks, you're losing money if you only get 4 right. On Betr, you're winning. And then if you get 6 out of 6, you're 20xing. So that's the breakdown there. So let's talk about some Prize Picks plays. Let's get into it. Let's talk about the Prize Picks board first. And like I said, I'm hoping that some plays are still available here. That I've already played. Ideally, I'd like to just come on and give you guys, some VIP plays, some actual plays I'm playing. It's just the bumps are crazy, and the larger slates, sometimes I've been having to travel now. So, let's see. We're going with Prize Picks first. I'm taking a quick glance, seeing if there's any props that are still available. Kawhi Leonard, I have a ton of unders on him tonight, guys. There's been a ton of bumps that have brought him down even more on a lot of his props. Like, I was able to get his under points at 26.5. I was able to get his PRA at 37.5. I was able to get his points and rebounds at 33.5, where there was value on the under. His points and assists at 30.5, where there was value on the under. So every single one of those props have been bumped. I can't even play any more Kawhi Leonard props myself, because Prize Picks has now limited my account to where I can only win $5,000 per athlete. So I'm allowed to put $40 on my 6 picks, and I have had to pivot on so many bumps and offer to the VIP that I've used all of my Kawhi Leonard exposure up here. All those props have gotten bumped. We'll just start things off with a free pick. The fantasy score, like I said, I'm not going to be able to lock this in again, so I'm probably not going to promote this in the official ticket that we play on the stream today, just because I want to actually back it with my own money, and they're not going to let me back it on Quai. But I'll give you him as a free pick right off the the top of the stream. If you'd like to mix this in your plays, I do like the under on his fantasy. I like the under on like a lot of his props, as I discussed. So it's just the other props have gotten bumped down. His fantasy score has not gotten bumped down yet. So we can start that off as a free pick. That's not going to end up being in our official slip here because, as I said, I do always want to actually place the 6th pick that I'm promoting on the stream with you guys. And they're not going to let me place any more Kawhi Leonard props because I already got capped on my exposure to him. So, but there's a free pick, so hopefully that's helpful. If you need more props to mix in, we'll start things off with him. I like the under on his fantasy score, and like I said, I have a bunch of his other unders. It's just they've all been bumped down, so I wouldn't play those. Just play the fantasy score. It hasn't been bumped yet. It's really not the greatest matchup for him against Milwaukee. They've been pretty tough against his opposing position. That's all factored into the odds and stuff, of course, but that would be the first guy that I could certainly pull up here. And like I said, I'm really hoping none of these other props got bumped. Nikola Vucevic is probably going to be the first one we're going to kick things off with, guys. I've been targeting his under on his point and assist prop at 22.5. Already locked that in. Multiple tickets, better picks, prize picks. You can see across the entire market, I've got over 180 sportsbooks pulled in, guys. If you're interested in this tool that I'm using, as I'm discussing throughout the stream, it is the OddsJam Sportsbook screen. You can use my promo code KJKDFS to get 35% off this tool. What this is doing is it's pulling in every single piece of sportsbook data under the sun, and it's giving us where they're listing these props. It's pulling in live feed. It's showing us where the juice is changing or the lines are set, as you can see. Vucevic, there's a lot of 22.5 on his points and assists. The points and assist prop is the prop that I have pulled in here. And there's a lot of 21.5. So the value is barely on the over at the 21.5 line. You can see Fanatics has it at minus 125 on the over 21.5, but it's like barely favored. And then you go across the industry on the 22.5, they're all favoring the under. You got minus 135 on Fliff, Golden Nugget minus 135. MGM minus 120, Caesars minus 133, right? So we're showing that he's favored to go under on the 22.5 line. He's also listed at 21.5 in a lot of different books. So essentially, if we can capture the line at 22.5, there is some good value on the under, right? We have so many data points telling us that the 22.5 clearly is expected to go under, and with every single one of these, the average odds, right, we're looking at 22.2, and it's still favored on the under. So even if his line was down to 22.2, we're still looking at minus 120.6 juice on the under. I know if you're new to this, that might not seem like a big deal. You're like, what is this guy talking about? Like 22.5 and 22.2, it's like 0.3 off. What's the big deal? It's a very big deal once you really start to understand this. If you're watching my content, hopefully I've helped you to understand how big of a deal it is, how precise these markets are. The 0.5 is where your edges. You're going to win and lose so many entries by 0.5. It's not even funny if you're doing this every day. That's what I try to teach in the VIP. That's what I teach on the channel. You want to capture the value before the bumps, and then once it gets bumped, you don't want to be playing it. So the Vooch 22.5 points and assist prop is a good one to kick things off here on the stream today that I have played in multiple tickets on multiple platforms. I was able to get this on Prizepicks. I was able to get this on Betr, and I would only play the under at 22.5, right? All the stuff we just discussed. If you see this line at 21.5, or if you see this line at 22.0, for instance, I would not play the prop. So hopefully I made that very clear. Hopefully you kind of understand what's going into the process here, right, guys? And this is the same process that I'm doing on every single one of my plays, every single one of my props. I'm looking at a ton of different data sets. I'm looking at millions of dollars worth of sports books data. If you don't really know how that works, guys, if the sports books do not set the lines appropriately, they're going to go bankrupt. Their job is to set the juice appropriately so that the outcome, the 50-50 cash flowing in through, is going to guarantee them profit. So yeah, a lot of data points pointing to where there's value on the under 22.5, and that's where we can get them on Prizepicks. So that's going to be our first play here. And I'll say it again. I'll say it 1,000 times. But when you see these winning tickets, this is my community page on YouTube. I post them. I have a Discord. I have VIP members. You'll see me post their wins. I'm probably going to give some shout outs here on the stream eventually. But when you're like, how is this guy, making his plays? How is he choosing who to play in his tickets? These live streams hopefully should be very helpful in breaking down exactly how I do it. All right, it's the same process for every single one of my plays that I place. So if you're like, this means nothing, you got to watch the games, yada yada yada, this might not be the channel for you, but I'm here to tell you all of the positive results you're seeing from me are due to this same process. All right, so you're not going to hit every single prop, guys, but if you're able to hit your props at a 55% hit rate or higher in 5 and 6 pick flexes on Prizepicks, you are going to profit. So that is what I teach on the channel. We want to be getting the best value we can. If we're able to hit 55% or higher of our props in 5 and 6 pick flexes, we are going to profit, all right? So that will be the first prop I'd like to discuss. Like I said, Kawhi is a free pick for you guys, so we'll just keep him up on the screen to, add some additional value to you, hopefully give you a free pick that I did play in a ticket, but as I stated, I have been capped on Kawhi Leonard exposure because I can only win up to $5,000 per athlete, all right? So I don't want you guys thinking, I didn't play this prop. I did. I just can't play it again, unfortunately. But hopefully, help you out with a free prop right off the bat, so that'll be our first two here. I also was looking at the Karl Anthony Towns points and assist prop. In this one, I was talking about a little bit of a different side of the coin, not the under, but rather the over. I don't know if this has been bumped. I don't know if the value shifted. He's at 23.5. Let's go ahead and talk some Cat because I was getting some exposure to him earlier. Like I said, ideally, what I'd like to do, if possible, is literally just come on these streams and give you guys free VIP plays, free plays that I'm actually playing every single day. It just, if they got bumped, I can't really do that. But his point and assist prop, the same story, right? It's kind of very similar here, except this time we're talking about the over. The average odds are at 23.8, minus 119.4 on the over here. So all of his data, once again, I have over 180 sportsbooks pulled in right now on this OddsJam sportsbook screen, right? It's showing there's value on the over at 23.5. You can see Caesars has him heavily juiced here. Minus 145 on the over at that 23.5 line on Cat, okay? Then you can see other books have him at 24.5. So, right, we're scanning the market. We're seeing, okay, if we can get him at 23.5, there's very clearly some value to be had on the over. If we were to get him at 24.5, there's slight value on the under, not really much value. Really where the value is, if you can get it, is on the over 23.5, which is where Prizepicks has him listed. If you have the access to the Tapico book and you take individual player props, that would be the best possible place you could place this. We're talking Prizepicks, a daily fantasy sports app, so we can't take individual props. We have to select at least 2 props in fixed payout structure, right? So we're going to be placing 5 and 6 pick flexes as I discussed. They're optimal, and we want to be getting exposure to him at 23.5 here on the point and assist prop, right? 23.8, the market's leaning up over that 23.5 line. I will say again, if you're new, you're listening, you're like 23.8 and 23.5 aren't that big of a deal. It really is. The markets are like crazy precise, so that 0.3 is just showing us that there's further value to be had on that over 23.5 line, right? If I was getting it at 24.0, I would not take the over. If I was getting it at 24.5, I would not take the over. If I can get it at 23.5 on Prizepicks with minus 119 applied odds in a 5 or 6 pick flex, I do have interest. So he has cleared this in for the last 5. I really don't care about the last 5 charts, guys. That has nothing to do with my process. This is just, honestly, I pull it up for a visual for content. But if you like that, perfect. We're taking the under on Vucevic, whose chart looked real green too. So, in that case, I really don't care. But, if you're someone that's looking at the last 5 charts and that's your process for these fantasy prop sites, I would really highly encourage that you change that up. Like if you don't really know all of this stuff I'm talking about, and it's a lot, it's overwhelming. I do offer premium content, guys, where I do all this all day and just give out my picks so you can just copy them, all right? So that is certainly an option. If you're interested on the Patreon, as I discuss these concepts, as you see my win tickets and such, that's the paid option. I'm going to try to give you guys as many free plays as possible, though. And then once again, these are all plays that I've already locked in the tickets over there, right? We're just going to be mixing them in a little bit of a different ticket. You know, I've already got 6 picks locked in with these guys at these exact lines. So I want to be giving you guys actual plays I'm backing, and then I'll just put them together in a different combination. We'll lock them in. They're all props with the same value that haven't been bumped, right? And we'll rock and roll with it live on the stream. So those are 2 that I have exposure to. The Vooch play we talked, the Carl we talked about. The Kawhi Leonard pick's going to be a free one for you guys. I can no longer place any more of that as I discussed, but there's another free pick for you if you're interested in locking that in. We got 82 people in here, only 28 likes, guys. If you can get this thing up over 50 likes, that would be greatly appreciated. If you enjoy the content, it would be greatly appreciated. If you hit the like button, subscribe to the channel, hit the notification bell so you don't miss any future content that I upload. As soon as we get this thing up over 50 likes, I will drop a full 6-pick flex for you guys. We're going to keep breaking down the plays and why I like them, and then we'll drop the full 6-pick. So let's keep going along here. Okay, so we got those 2. We got the Kawhi play. Like I said, I can't put any more of that in, but I do like it if you can get exposure to him. Looks like we have some new fantasy score props. These were not available prior to me going on stream. So let's actually see. Maybe I like some of these plays. I don't know. I'm going to have to do some in real-time research here. Let's see. We got Kyle Kuzma. I don't really have too much exposure to Wizards outside of Marvin Bagley. I do have some. Yeah, that's okay. I'm not surprised at all that I like his fantasy because I like quite a bit of his other overs as well. I like some Denny overs. Looks like I might have some interest in his fantasy. All right, I haven't locked these props in yet, guys. These weren't available prior to on stream, but I can tell you in real time, I'm going to like some... I don't mind Denny. I definitely like Bagley. I was able to get Bagley's rebounds at 7.5 over on Betr. If you're listening closely and you're a Betr Picks person, we'll go over those after. I highly doubt that prop's still available on Betr. I'd love to be wrong so we could lock it in together, but he shouldn't have been listed at 7.5. I mean, he's already been, yeah, he's gone over there, I'm pretty sure. But I'm going to like his fantasy. I was leaning, I like his rebounds. I liked his points earlier in the day on Betr Picks because we were getting a 1-point discount. I think I was able to get his points at 13.5, I believe. He was listed at 14.5 consistently across the market. And on Prizepicks, he was listed at 14.5, which he still is. So Betr Picks made 2 mistakes. Once again, I can just tell you off the top of my head because I remember capturing this value. I got Marvin Bagley's over 13.5 points on Betr Picks earlier, and I got his over 7.5 rebounds on Betr Picks. So when I talk about how there's like crazy good value over there, it's just true. We can use the 2 markets. We can look at the Prizepicks board. We can look at Betr Picks. We can get value on one app that we can't get on others. I'm on a lot of Bagley overs here today, and it looks like I'm gonna like his fantasy score. It was not available prior to going live on stream. So hey, there's a little fun play that we just found live together that I certainly do like. Let's see. Looks like another prop I liked got bumped. Shocker. All right, cool. So, I mean, we got like 3 solid props there, 2 of which we already discussed. In the Cat and the Vucevic play, we got another fantasy score that we did like. I already have other fantasy scores that I know I like that I've already locked in prior to the stream once again that we can talk about. So, I can't place Kawhi Leonard, guys. So I will say it one last time, and I'm just going to go ahead and take him off the screen here eventually. But the Kawhi Leonard under fantasy score is a prop that I've already placed myself. I've placed so many unders on Kawhi that I can no longer place any more props because Prizepicks is limiting my account to a maximum on his winnings. But I like his under for sure. So there's a free pick for you. I just won't be able to play it, so I'm not going to promote it as an official play on the stream because I can't lock it in with you guys, if that makes sense. But I got plenty of other plays. I like Jalen Williams and I like Chet. So we can make those quick, right to the point. Both these guys, I think, are underrepresented. 35.5 for Jalen. He's cleared this in 3 of the last 5. This Thunder squad, I will continue to say it, really only have 3 guys that they're going to play solidified minutes. Like, we know they're not going to mess around with these guys' minutes, right? The rest of them, they've been a little bit dicey on. They've been a little bit all over the place. So, we'll just make that clear. I can bring that up and give you guys a visual as to like how these minutes are breaking down, right? So we got Shai Gilgeous playing in the mid to upper 30s. Jalen Williams playing in the mid to upper 30s, right? You got Chet Holmgren playing in the mid to upper 30s. Lou Dort's been playing in the mid to upper 30s as of late, but once again, he is a guy that at times will randomly just drop down to 20 minutes. So, it's important to know this stuff. It's important to know the rotations, the coaching tendencies, all that stuff. For sure. And there's 3 guys we know they're not going to mess around with their minutes. It's Shai Gilgeous-Alexander. It's Jalen Williams. There's 2 Jalen Williams on this team. The other Jalen Williams is already ruled out in this one, so we don't have to worry about making that confusion when you're tracking on the ESPN app tonight or whatever you track on the NBA.com app. But we're taking the better of the 2 Jalen Williams. The other one, like I said, is already ruled out, so we won't have to worry about that. And, yeah, man, really good game environment. We are talking about a 238.5 over-under. It is a 1.5 point spread in favor of the Oklahoma City Thunder. That trails, I believe, only this Wizards-Utah game for a total on the slate tonight. Yep, the total on the earlier games aren't really the greatest. All in the lower 200s. Then we got that Washington-Utah Jazz game that's coming in with a 241.5 over-under. And we have this Lakers-Thunder game that's coming in with a 238.5. So, Jalen Williams and Chet Holmgren, I like both of them quite a bit here, guys. Pretty good matchup. We talked about the pace of this game, right? It's going to be the second fastest paced game on the slate tonight, trailing only that Utah Jazz Washington Wizards game. 102.2 pace metric for that game, a 101.1 pace metric here for this LA Lakers Thunder game. And both of these guys are fantastic fantasy point per minute producers. Jalen Williams is putting up 1.06 fantasy points per minute in the Prizepicks fantasy scoring format, putting up 32.1 minutes per game, as we discussed, right in the mid-30s. I've got him going out there and getting in the upper 30s, if not into the 40s here tonight, though, with this game environment. And then when we look at Chet Holmgren, 1.3 fantasy points per minute. Once again, mid-30s or so. He's putting up 38 fantasy points per game. Pretty much I got both of these guys going out there and getting 40 fantasy points tonight when it comes down to it, right? So Prizepicks just has not done a good enough job of representing their fantasy score here tonight. In my opinion, and we can capitalize. So we can make those ones both pretty straight to the point. I like Chet. I like Jalen. I don't mind that they're both on the same team for where they are priced. And the other thing is we need the game to stay close, right? If we're going to get a full 6-pick flex sweep, a lot of times, we need guys to get their full allotment of minutes. So if we're taking 2 guys in the same game, although they're on the same team, I have them both going over by a pretty sizable margin. And if the game turns into a blowout, our 6 picks done, right? But we just go on to the next one. Like, we're looking for sweeps. That's where the profit kicks in, all right, people? So 1, 2, 3, 4. Alex Caruso, I keep seeing him in the comments. I do have quite a bit of exposure to his points. He is listed as questionable. He did return last time, though. Played a decent allotment of minutes. I would expect him to be good. This is a prop that I have not locked in yet, but I do agree that I think I lean his over. I've seen some people talking about some Caruso in the chat here. So, I don't know, man. I have not made this an official play. Let's do some live research here on the stream. I'm pretty sure I like it, though. I'm not going to lie, because I was running all my projections earlier, and he was popping for me. So, I think he could be another play that we talk about. Yeah, Sacramento has given up a lot of fantasy points to small forwards, so that's pretty good. For Mr. Caruso, yeah, he's priced too low, I would say, for sure. I haven't locked this in myself yet, like I said, but I feel comfortable promoting it for sure. I think it's a good pivot. I try to do a lot of fantasy scores on the streams and such because non-fantasy score props get bumped like crazy. And like I said, he has been battling some injuries. He did just return. So, we want to make sure he's not like on a crazy minutes limit or anything like that. I've already checked that out. But, once again, let's talk about it, right? Caruso returned last game on the 1st of March. He played 26 minutes, right? So they haven't played since the 1st. It's now the 4th. The guy's got like 3 days to rest. He's just been dealing with some off and on injuries, getting banged up. I would fully anticipate he's good to go here. And then when we look at the injury report, there is going to be no Torrey Craig, which is another bonus, right? The more guys that are out of the rotation that kind of fill that same role as Alex Caruso, the better, right? We don't really want guys cutting into his minutes or his workload. Craig's a guy that was playing, 22, 27, 21, 22 minutes or so here in the games he was healthy. He's going to remain out, so that should open up some more minutes for Caruso, some more solidified role minutes for him. So that's all fantastic for us, right? So yeah, I haven't locked this in yet, but I keep seeing him in the chat, and I tend to agree. I do think there's some pretty good value here on his fantasy score prop. I did take his points on Betr because they had him at 8.5. You can see he's already bumped up to 9.0 on Prizepicks. I don't know if he's still available on Betr. We'll get to that section of the program next year. But yeah, I feel pretty comfortable promoting that live. Everything matches up for me to say he's going to go over here for sure. So I like that. So we got 97 people in here, guys. Only 39 likes. Get this thing up over 75 likes. Get it up over 50. I'll drop the 6-pick flex. I'm just saying 75 should be easy. We've talked about some 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4. We got 5 different props that we can play. The Kawhi Leonard one, as I said, is a free bonus pick for you because I do like his under. I just can't play it myself once again. And we talked about liking some Bagley as well. So I feel pretty comfortable with that. I'm going to go ahead and lock in a 6-pick flex here on my side screen, guys. And as soon as we reach the like goal, I'm going to send it into the VIP first just so they have a chance to lock in before the stream, guys. Once again, all these tickets you see on my community page are distributed via my Discord. I get asked all the time if I have a Discord. I do. There's a cost associated with it. It's my KJK DFS VIP member package. It's well worth the value if you're playing every single night. If you're really looking how to learn how to profit, guys, I would highly recommend you go ahead and check out this package. There's a lot of happy members in there lately, man. A lot of people winning a lot of money, which makes me happy because I put a lot of hours in this. So I'll do some quick shout outs, actually. I will lock in the ticket, and then we'll talk some better picks as well before I get off stream. So this was that 6-pick dynamic that we hit last night. I was able to cash in, like I said. Big jokes here. Not only on Betr Picks, but also on Underdog. Cashed in alongside myself. You can see, same ticket. We had No Limit J-Wash turning 25 into 500 on that same dynamic 6-pick on Betr Picks. We had Vince 28 here with the same exact play once again. And it's not loading for some reason. Here it is. 2 into $38 for Vince. So another dynamic payout there. 1K Slayer with a nice cash here. We had Imula with that same exact. Obviously, like, this was our big hitter, right, guys? So there's multiple tickets we're locking in, and then you want to get that one sweep. This was our big one last night. So I do want to just give some shout outs. A lot of happy people, a lot of people winning, which makes me happy, as I said. So shout out to all these guys. Ricky24, R. Sasser, Anthony. If you'd like to join over there, would love to have you join after the stream. I'll have some more picks going on over there as always. But let's lock in this 6-pick, man. Let's do it. Let's do it. So I'm actually gonna give you guys a couple of, like I said, we did a couple of like live on stream plays here that I like, and then I do have some some props I've already been locking in all day that I pulled up and broke down exactly why I like them. So let's do this thing, man. I'll go game by game and lock these bad boys in. What did we talk about here? We talked about Cat. We talked about the late game. We like that Lakers game for sure. It's a great game environment. We talked about Caruso. We talked about some Marvin Bagley as well, liking those guys. So the first guy is going to be Cat. Once again, it's only a play at the 23.5 line, right, guys? I would not play this if it gets bumped. We're going to lock in here together, so get your phone, your tablet, your laptop, whatever the case may be, ready, because I'm going to pull it up on the screen here very shortly for you. Okay, so Cat's the first guy we talked about liking. We talked about liking some Marvin Bagley as well. Got quite a bit of exposure to his props here today. We talked about liking some Alex Caruso as well. That was a bit of a live one. I do have exposure to his points, though, so I feel comfortable once again talking about that. We talked about that Nikola Vucevic prop that I liked with some good value on the under. If it has not been bumped, and it has not, so that's fantastic. 1, 2, 3, 4. And then we need 2 more props that I'm going to do these ones, and let's lock it in here. So I'm going to lock it in on the side. Boom. And I'm going to send this into my VIP, give them like 60 seconds, guys, and I'll pull it right up on the screen for you guys as well, all right? And we will have our official 6-pick flex for the stream today. Hopefully you're enjoying. Hopefully this is providing you with some value on how to win on Prizepicks, some free picks, all of that fun stuff. KJKDFS YouTube live stream 6-pick. Perfect. Send. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 picks. All right, fantastic. 60 seconds. I will pull it up on the screen for you guys to lock in. All right. Let's take a little quick look at the chat here. If you guys have any questions, feel free to drop them. I'll do my best to answer your questions as well. But really the goal is to give you, some actual plays that I'm playing here, for free. Talk about some concepts, some different reasons why I like to play. The Daily Grind Fantasy Optimizer is another tool that I use, guys, that we could certainly bring up here just to explain, where we're getting value on this Vooch prop. And then, like I said, I'll pull up the full 6-pick, but this is another tool if you use the promo code KJKDFS. It's the same concept as the OddsJam one, right? This is the optimizer, guys, and it's going to pull in all of these props. You can see the second best Nikola Vucevic prop on the entire Prizepicks board is the one that we're targeting according to them. But you scan the market, you see we're getting minus 152 juice on the under 22.5 on FanDuel, minus 135 on DraftKings, minus 120 on BetMGM, minus 130 on Caesars, and then we go over to Bovada. They've got them all the way down to 21.5. So that was kind of the concepts we were discussing earlier, right? There's value on his under 22.5, and then there's also books and places in the market where they're listing him all the way down to 21.5. So there's very clearly value on his under on the 22.5 number. So let's pull up the 6-pick. Let's lock in together. I'll refresh. Get ready to lock in, guys. Let's refresh to make sure I've got all my entries up to date here. And then, we will lock in together here. So NBA, refresh. Boom. This is what we got, guys. So we got the Karl-Anthony Towns over 23.5 points and assists. Marvin Bagley over 31.5 fantasy score. Alex Caruso over 22.5 fantasy score. Nikola Vucevic under 22.5 points and assists. Jalen Williams over 35.5 fantasy score. And Chet Holmgren over 37.5 fantasy score. So that's a really solid 6-pick flex. These are all props that I have exposure to myself. The 2 that we actually locked in live on the stream that I hadn't locked in yet, but I have all of my 70,000 tabs opened here on my side monitors and stuff, so I can do my models and my projections and all that stuff. The Marvin Bagley and the Alex Caruso are 2 props that I found live on stream that I like for sure. Got Bagley getting 35, 36, and I've got Alex Caruso getting 26, 27. Fantasy score. So they're both priced, Caruso's in the low 20s. I've got him in the upper 20s. Bagley's in the low 30s. I've got him in the upper 30s. Jalen Williams is in the mid 30s. I've got him in the low 40s. And Chet Holmgren's in the upper 30s. I've also got him in the low 40s. So just a little bit too low. Prizepicks has gotten a lot better at pricing fantasy score props, so the edge isn't quite as large sometimes. But these are 4 that I certainly like, you know, the most out of all of the fantasy score props, right? And then we have 2 solid non-fantasy score props in the Cat over 23.5 points and assists, and the Nikola Vucevic under 22.5 points and assists. So if you'd please let me know in the chat once you lock this in, so I know that everyone was able to lock it in, that'd be fantastic. And then I'm going to give you guys a better pick, 6-pick dynamic play as well, with some plays that we can't get on Prizepicks, and then we'll wrap up the stream. I'm just going to get right to the point on the better picks plays and then get out of here. But we'll be trying to find some props that we can't get on Prizepicks, right, is the goal. We want to be using other apps to find value we cannot get on Prizepicks. So if you could please let me know if you lock this in. It doesn't look like a single person has said that they've locked it in so far, but it's been on the screen for quite some time, so you should have had plenty of time to lock it in. And let's try to find some better picks, please, man. Let's try to find some better picks. Giannis out. Really? Is he really? Yes, he is. Achilles cuts routine short. He is out. Yep. Interesting. All right, cool. Tyrone says, got it. Thank you very much, Tyrone, for letting me know. Appreciate that. You can obviously you can rewind the live stream after I end it here to look at the plays as well. But I just wanted to make sure everyone got it in. I'm gonna have to log into my Better Picks app now and pull that up. Got it. Thank you for letting me know, Alexander. Appreciate you. All right, so now I gotta do phone cast. I was kind of cutting it short on time here today. Kind of cutting it a little close to get this live up and going, but I would like to help you guys out for free as much as I can, and I wanted to get on a live for you. Let's see. All right, perfect. So we got my Better Picks up. Cool. Let's do a 6-pick dynamic play for you guys. And lock it in, man. Let's try to find some props that we can't get on Prizepicks that we can get on Better Picks, because Prizepicks bumps things like crazy. So I've been taking advantage of Better Picks. I've been doing fantastic. I just withdrew $5,000 the other day, and now my account's already back up to 3.7. So I play $50 units, doing quite well. And it's really because their app is fantastic. It's easier than ever to win on because of the dynamic feature that they just added. And you can get a $250 no sweat first entry when you use my promo code KJKDFS if you would like to use it on, you know, some picks I'm about to give out. So let's try to find some good plays. Let's try to find some good plays on Betr. So Caruso, we talked about liking Caruso, right? And his points being bumped on Prizepicks. Can make that very quickly. He's still available at 8.5. So if you're listening along here, you should be on mobile, guys. We're all going to be on mobile because Better Picks is only available on mobile. Let's lock in Alex Caruso's points. That's a fantastic prop. So that will be our first one. You can see if we go to Chicago, Sacramento, Alex Caruso, he is listed at 8.5 points. So we can take advantage of that value, right? On Better Picks, he's already bumped to 9.0 even on Prizepicks. So we cannot get this value on Prizepicks, but we can get it on Better Picks. Great example to start things off, right? Of capturing the best value that we can get. So he will be our first one here. Alex Caruso over 8.5 points. As you can see, he's bumped on Prizepicks. We can get him on Better Picks, right, guys? So there's a great example to start things off. What do we like next? Did Davis get bumped on? I had Anthony Davis as the cover. I do like some Davis props, and we just didn't get to him. Just naturally, the flow of the stream. I have a prop I like on him that we didn't lock in that we could have, but hey, it's all right. We locked in 6 solid ones. So Caruso's our first one. It looks like Vince might be another good one here that could be bumped on Prize Picks. Vince Williams. Yep, you can see Vince Williams is at 26.0 PRA on Prize Picks. Why is that? It's because there's good value on his under 26.5 points, rebounds, and assists, right? So what Prize Picks has done, they've said this is too good of a prop. We're going to bump it to 26.0 even so our users don't beat us too badly. There are no pushes on Betr Picks. They can't do that. The only thing they can do is put him down at 25.5 or leave him at 26.5, right? And or just take his prop off the board. They can do that. But we can get the good value on the 26.5 on his under. So that'll be our second one if you're listening closely. And I will pull it up on the screen as well for you guys at the end here. Has Vooch been bumped on... Yep, so we talked about Vooch's points and assist prop, right? Well, his points prop has good value on the under at 19.5, right? So Prize Picks has gone ahead and said we're going to make it 19.0. So our users don't beat us too badly, right? But we can get the value at 19.5 on Betr Picks. So why are we going to play it on Prize Picks where they're bumping everything like crazy and they're not giving us value, right? Let's go ahead and take advantage on Betr Picks. So we have Caruso over 8.5, Vince Williams under 26.5 points and assists, Nikola Vucevic under 19.5 points. You can see every single one of these props has been bumped on Prize Picks, right, guys? So let's continue along here. Let's get 6 more for you guys. We want to be playing 6 pick dynamic plays on Betr Picks, all right, guys? Tyus Jones is another one I know has been bumped on Prize Picks. Tyus, looks like he got bumped back down, actually. He was bumped earlier in the day. Interesting. Cameron Johnson. Yep, we can do Cameron Johnson. He's at 16.0. There is good value on his under 16.5, right? So it's the same story, guys. We're trying to find value. We can't get on Prize Picks on Betr Picks, right? We don't want to be taking bumped props. We want to be getting good value. So once again, Cam Johnson is favored on the under 16.5. Prize Picks has bumped him down to 16.0. They're taking the value out of the prop. Okay, so let's take it on Betr Picks. That's going to be a 4 for us to start things off. We need 2 more. I will find 2 more, guys. Bear with me. Doing things on stream is more difficult than doing things off stream as far as being just quick with it, but I'm being as quick as possible. 1, 2, 3. Colin Sexton's another guy that I know was bumped on Prize Picks at the 23.5 line. He's down to 23.0. Same theme, right, guys? There's good value on his under 23.5. Prize Picks has gone ahead and said we're going to bump him down to 23.0. Betr Picks, we can take advantage, right? Where he isn't bumped. He's still available at 23.5. So we now have 5 plays on Betr Picks. I will do a 6th one. I will send it to my VIP, give them 60 seconds, then we'll lock in, guys. We have 95 people in here and only 59 likes. Get this thing up over 75 likes, and I will drop the Betr ticket, all right? It should be very easy to do. I'm trying to give you as much free content and value as I can. You know, the like button just helps me get more exposure, to be able to help more people, and it takes 2 seconds, and it is completely free to do, and you literally just have to tap your screen, so it's not too difficult, all right? So that's going to be our first 5, all right, guys? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And I like to do a side-by-side for you on the streams just so you can see, right? Every single one of these props has been bumped on Prize Picks. Alex Caruso has been bumped up to 9.0. We can get him at 8.5. Vince Williams has been bumped down to 26.0 on Prize Picks. We can get him at 26.5 on Betr. Nikola Vucevic has been bumped down to 19.0. We can get him at 19.5 on Betr. Cameron Johnson's been bumped down to 16.0. We can get him at 16.5 on Betr. And Colin Sexton's been bumped down to 23 even. We can get him at 23.5 on Betr, all right? All right, so fantastic. Let's do a sixth one. Like I said, I'll send it into my my VIP members, give them like 60 seconds, and then I will pull it up on the screen. So get your phones out and get ready to lock in, guys. We're going to be playing a 6-pick dynamic play. Those are optimal on Betr. If you get 4 out of 6 right in this entry, guys, you will still profit money. You know, you're not going to get that big win where you sweep and you get a big win, but winning money is winning money. All right, so the fact that you can get 4 out of 6 and get the last 2 wrong and still win money is pretty cool. So let's do our last one here. What do we like here? What do we like? I need one more for you guys. Yeah, sure, why not? This last one, guys, is actually available on actually no, I want to do ones we can't get on Prizepicks. Just to show you guys, like, if I can. If I can't, I can't. Let's see if Mikal Bridges is available. He is. Has Carl been bumped? No. All right, perfect. We got our. I got my 6th one. Another one that's been bumped on Prizepicks. So let's do this thing. I'll do him. Boom. That's going to give us 6. It is a 6-pick dynamic play, guys. So when you open up your Betr app, you're going to go to, there's a perfect play option and there's a dynamic play option. Do the dynamic play. Do 6-pick dynamic plays every single time you place. It's the best odds you can get on Betr, and you're getting really, really solid odds compared to Prizepicks per individual leg on this type of entry. And then, like I said, if you get 4 out of 6 right, you're profiting money. You're not just like getting a little back like on Prizepicks where you get 0.5x. You're literally making money. All right, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, all of which have been bumped on Prizepicks. Let's lock this thing in. Perfect. I'm locked in. 60 seconds. I'm pulling it up as long as we still only have 63 likes. Get this thing up to 75 likes, people. How are there 98 people in here and we can't get to 75 likes? I'm doing 70 things at once, so I'm just looking at the screen to see where we're at. Giannis is out. Do you still like Leonard Unders? I don't know, brother. I'm going to have to get off this stream and get back into VIP mode and run the numbers again. The market's probably shifting like crazy. I hope so. I hope I still like him. His lines have been shifting downwards all day, so we'll see. I'm going to hop right off. Once again, if you want access to all my plays, guys, it's going to be on Patreon. You can just search KJK DFS VIP on Google. You'll see me pop up. You can also just visit patreon.com and search KJK DFS in the Find a Creator search bar. I also have all of my links linked below in the description as well. KJK DFS YouTube Betr live stream ticket. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 pick dynamic play, guys. We're locked in. And get ready. I'm going to pull it up here in 30 seconds. I'm going to give them 30 seconds. The last guy that I was able to lock in is Mikal Bridges, guys. And it's his rebounds. You can see he's at 5.0 on Prizepicks. He has been bumped. We're able to get this at 4.5 on Betr, right? So all these plays have been bumped. If you're listening closely, I'll just say them out loud, and you can lock in early, and then I'll pull it up. So Alex Caruso over 8.5 points, Nikola Vucevic under 19.5 points, Vince Williams Jr. under 26.5 PRA, Cam Johnson under 16.5 points, Mikal Bridges over 4.5 rebounds, and Colin Sexton under 23.5 points, right? All of which have been bumped. So I will now actually pull up a visual for you as well, but just want to explain that, right? They're all bumped on Prizepicks. We can get them on Betr where they haven't been bumped, right? So let's do it here. And I have to plug in my phone cast. Come on, pull up, please. So there we go. Perfect. All right, guys, get ready. All right, here it is. It's a 1 unit play, guys. So whatever you typically play, don't go crazy. Don't put $50 down if it's a lot for you, just because you see on the screen that I put 50. I put 50 on every single play, right? So Alex Caruso over 8.5 points, pick number 1. Nikola Vucevic under 19.5 points, pick number 2. Vince Williams Jr. under 26.5 points, rebounds, and assists, pick number 3. Cam Johnson under 16.5 points, 4. 5 is going to be Mikal Bridges over 4.5 rebounds, and 6 is going to be Colin Sexton under 23.5 points. Once again, guys, we can't get any of this value on Prizepicks, right? They're all bumped, so we're taking advantage on Betr. If you want to take advantage of the promo, use my promo code KJKDFS, and they're going to give you that $250 sweat-free first. So if you want to get crazy with it and throw down $250 on the first play with a couple of these your favorites, you know, that would be the best opportunity to do so, because if you lose, they're going to refund you that money in Betr credit, right? So please let me know if you locked this in the chat. Once again, it would be greatly appreciated. And then I'm going to get out of here and try to find some more value for the VIP myself, locking in some more tickets if you want to jump over there. I'm going to drop a link in the chat actually right now. I'll make it easy on you if you would like to join. Alex Caruso over 8.5 points, Nikola Vucevic under 19.5 points, Vince Williams Jr. under 26.5 points, rebounds, and assists, Cam Johnson under 16.5 points. Once again, bumped, right, guys? On Prizepicks, they're all bumped like crazy. Mikal Bridges over 4.5 rebounds, and Colin Sexton under 23.5 points will be the 6 picks. Anthony says locked. Thank you, Anthony, for letting me know. Appreciate you. I'm going to drop the VIP link in the chat right now for those of you that are interested. This will give you access to all of my plays, right? Coming on these live streams, just trying to teach you how I do what I do. It's the same process for all of my plays, guys. We're looking at market data. We're trying to find the best value, right? It's just, if you have stuff going on, we all have different lives, right? If you have stuff going on during the day, you got kids, wife, dog, whatever the case may be, your own job, and you can't be on the computer all day hunting for value, such as myself, this is an option for you to get access to all my plays as soon as I place them, right? It's the same process we discussed on this stream today. It's just I'm taking care of all the hard work for you. You're logging in and just taking my plays in the Discord, right? It's really that simple. And then I provide pivots if plays get bumped immediately. I'm going to provide some pivots so you guys can still get some good value should you not be able to get my initial tickets in. All that fun stuff. So I am going to drop that in the chat. I'm going to pin it real quick because I constantly get asked how you sign up if I have a Discord. I put it everywhere. I put it in the description of my videos, my live streams. And my community page will show you when we get some sweeps, man. You know, I'll be giving some shout outs to members and show you what's going on over there. We don't want to be just playing on Prizepicks. We want to be attacking all apps and finding the best value. That's what it's all about over there. So, you know, Better Picks, Underdog, Prizepicks, all of the above, right? This is our last Prizepicks sweep. I don't know if I have put a video up since then. We've gotten hooked on a lot of 5 and 1 since this one, but part of the game, right? Double your money and on to the next one. But Better Picks has been best at, man. Especially for those of you that might be just getting started or have a smaller bankroll. It's really valuable to have right now with the fact that you can use the dynamic play and get 2 wrong and still profit money. So, all right, guys, thanks for tuning in. I'll pull up each ticket one more time, I suppose, just so everybody can see. So this is the Prizepicks 6-pick flex that we locked in, right? And then the Better Picks 6-pick dynamic play that we locked in is as follows. 6 different plays. I'll scroll through them real quick. Caruso, Vooch, Vince, Cam Johnson, Mikal Bridges, Colin Sexton. All right, guys. Thanks for tuning in to the live stream. Hopefully you enjoyed. If you did, hit the like button, subscribe to the channel on your way out the door. Really do appreciate you tuning in. And wishing you all the best of luck on your entries tonight on Prizepicks, on Better Picks, all of the above. Good luck. Good luck. Good luck. We'll see you in the next one.